Good morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Anustha Acharya. The top stories first. Government announces public holiday today. President extends best wishes on the occasion of Kyalpolosar. Government extends gratitude for helping indoors MCC. Nepal commits to maintain friendly relations with all countries. Lawmakers blame government for failing to resolve house obstruction. Opposition party says government has not taken the matter seriously. Convoy stalled outside Kyiv for days. Russian military plans government takeover. And Lukaku hits winner as Chelsea beat Luton Town in FA Cup. Owner Roman Ibrahimovic announces decision to sell club. And now the news in detail. The government has announced a public holiday across the country today on the occasion of Kyalpolosar festival. The Ministry of Home Affairs issued a notice in this regard yesterday. According to the ministry, a cabinet meeting on February 28 had taken a decision to this effect. Meanwhile, President Bidyadevi Bhandari has extended best wishes on the occasion of Kyalpolosar. The President said in a message that unity in diversity, which is a unique identity of Nepal, has helped further consolidate our national strength. The President also wished for happiness, peace and prosperity among all Nepalis at home and abroad. She expressed the hope that such festivals should increase unity, harmony and fraternity among Nepali people and help further strengthen border national unity. May this festival inspire all Nepali people to build a just, civic, good culture and progressive society while filling them with joy and encouragement, she has wished in the message. The government has thanked everyone who helped create a favorable environment to endorse the Millennium Challenge Corporation from the Parliament. Announcing the decision taken by the Council of Ministers on February 28, Minister for Communication and Information yesterday thanked everyone for creating a conducive environment to endorse the MCC from Parliament. On behalf of the government, Minister Karki also thanked the Nepali citizens, civil society, media houses, intellectuals, industrialists and all concerned who helped in ratification of the MCC. Minister Karki, who is also the government spokesperson, added that the government of Nepal has retreated its stance on maintaining friendly relations with all nations. He further said that the government is committed not to allow Nepal's land to be used against any other country. The cabinet meeting also decided to appoint officials for the land acquisition of various transmission lines. The government has also formed a delegation led by Nepal's ambassador to the UK to hold talks with the British government regarding the issues of British Gurkha soldiers. Former Prime Minister and Chairman of Janata Samajwadi Party, Baburam Bhattarai, has said that the government failure to seek a solution to the parliament obstruction was a result of its negligence. Bhattarai said that there is no alternative than to seek a solution to the current impasse. Speaking with reporters after the parliament meeting yesterday, Bhattarai said it is a shame to take salary from parliament without presenting the problems of the people in the house meetings. Likewise, chairman of the CPN Unified Socialist, Madhav Kumar Nepal, said that the parliament obstruction will come to an end once those involved in such act get enlightened. Law Minister Dilendra Prasad Badu said that the opposition party should allow important business to be presented in Parliament. Meanwhile, Subhash Nemwang, leader of the main opposition party CPN-UML, said that the Parliament remains obstructed because the government has not taken the matter seriously. Nepali Congress spokesperson Prakash Saran Mahat has indicated that the ruling parties are unlikely to collaborate with each other during the upcoming election. Leader Mahat says he personally does not see any possibility of cooperation among the ruling alliance for the upcoming local polls. He said that the local elections will be held by taking into consideration the needs of the local units and the parties will work independently to meet those needs. However, he clarified that the ruling alliance has not held any discussions in this regard.
स्थानीय आवश्यकताहरूलाई ध्यानमा राखेर पनि कतिपय ठाउँमा समझदारीहरू पनि हुन सक्दछ। कतिपय ठाउँमा दलहरूले आफ्नो हिसाबले लड्न पनि सक्ने सम्भावना पनि त्यतिकै छ। तर समग्रमा अहिले यो गठबन्धनमै जाने या नजाने भन्ने विषयमा पनि छलफल भइसकेको अवस्था छैन।
Spokesperson Mahat said that the Nepali Congress is effortful to take the main opposition party in confidence to resolve the House obstruction. He said that the issue raised by UML over action against the House Speaker is currently sub judice and therefore urged the UML not to obstruct parliamentary proceedings. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. With other national news. Three artifacts dating back in 13th to 17th centuries that were stolen from Nepal have been brought back from the United States of America. These stolen artifacts, wooden festoon, a wooden featuring an image of a flying Gandharva and an idol of Gautam Buddha in a meditation posture dating to a Malla dynasty, were handed to the Department of Archaeology amid a function on Wednesday. The objects that were stolen from different places in Nepal and at different dates and kept at a museum and two galleries in the US were brought to Nepal through diplomatic initiatives between the two countries. Of them, the wooden festoon dating back to the 17th century was stolen after 1985 from the entrance to Yampi Mahavir in Lalitpur. Similarly, the flying Gandharva was stolen in 1997 from a prayer house of a Sakya family at Itumbahal of Kathmandu Metropolitan City 24. The Buddha idol dating back to 13th century is priced at USD 30,000. Similarly, the wooden festoon is priced at USD 11,000 and flying Gandharva at USD 22,000. Addressing the event, Minister for Culture, Tourism and Civil Aviation Prem Bahadur Ali thanked the representatives of the US-based museum for handling over the stolen objects back to Nepal. Finance Minister Janata Sharma has directed the Securities Board of Nepal and Nepal Stock Exchange Limited to focus on improving capital market. Both of the agencies were handed 11-point directives in this regard. A report. Finance Minister Janata Sharma asked NEPSE and 7 leaderships not to be swayed by another's influence and pressure while discharging their respective duties. The government had recently appointed Krishna Bahadur Karki as Chief Executive Officer of NEPSE and Ramesh Hamal as the chairperson of 7. During the program organized yesterday, they are made aware of how the investment of the general public could be made secure and problems of capital market resolved. The minister said that the time has come to create environment where money in capital market is spent in mega projects. Individuals' money had entered capital market, which should be further capitalized, the minister directed the newly appointed chiefs. Minister Sharma claimed that he has discouraged anomalies such as insider trading, pump and dump and circular business which have posed threat to capital market after he assumed the office. On the occasion, Finance Secretary Madhu Kumar Marasini viewed that the new leadership have been expected to lead the capital market in a positive way. Revenue Secretary Krishna Hari Puskar said that the share market has been improving. 7's chair Ramesh Hamal said share investors must be well informed through financial literacy. Secretary of the National Private and Boarding Association Subhash Neupane has announced candidacy for the post of National PAPSON Chair to be elected from the coming 7th National Convention. He announced the candidacy for the chair with a solution that he would provide able leadership to the organization and make efforts to solve problems faced by the education sector. Also, the founder and executive director of Apex Life School Neopane organized a press meet and reiterated that he would make genuine efforts to protect the rights of institutional schools and quality education. He also vowed to focus on narrowing down the gap between the private and government sector. The National PAPSUN is holding its 7th General Convention on coming March 6 and 7. Neopane has already served as the chair of Kathmandu District Chapter of National PAPSUN. He also made public his 13-point plan, including construction of Central Office building of National PAPSUN and increasing contribution to National Disaster Relief Fund. With the increase in electricity production in Nepal, various efforts are being made to increase electricity consumption. However, the government has not been able to increase the consumption of electricity among the people. The consumption of electricity has not increased as expected, a report. Due to the inability to increase the consumption of electricity produced in the country, on the one hand, the electricity produced is wasted, and on the other hand, gas and petrol used to replace expensive electricity have to be imported at high prices. The government has not done enough to raise awareness on the use and promotion of electric energy. The government has reduced the price of electricity in order to increase the consumption of electricity within the country.
1000 चुलो हामीले चाहिँ घर घरमा हामीले बाँड्यौं त्यो एउटा अनुदान पनि त्यसमा हामी सपोर्ट गरेका थियौं तर मान्छेमा के पाइयो भन्दाखेरि बिजुली चुलो बालिसकेपछि यसमा खर्च बढ्ने हो कि अनि विद्युत महसुल तिर्न नसकिने हो कि भन्ने पनि त्यस्तो ठानेर हामीले के गर्यौं भने 6 महिनासम्मको लागि हामीले त्यो विद्युत महसुलमा उहाँलाई पानी पार्नको लागि ती परियोजना मार्फत उहाँलाई त्यो विद्युत महसुल सपोर्ट गरेर उहाँलाई चाहिँ पानी पार्यौं.
However, the general public is becoming ignorant about the use of electric materials. Power producers themselves say that it would be easy to say in the speech to consume electronic materials, but they themselves have difficulty in putting it into practice. The power producers themselves admit that whether it is in the use of induction cookers or electric vehicles, increase in the use of electrical materials in Nepal requires various technological improvements. Electricity tariff seems to be an obstacle to the use of electric stoves. In order to increase the use of induction cooker, the Nepal Electricity Authority has to suggest the general public to increase the use of 5 ampere meter to 15 ampere. Similarly, electric charging stations will have to be set up in some places to increase the use of electric vehicles. On the whole, import of electrical goods should be exempted from customs and VATs. And now the news from economic front. The Independent Power Producers Association of Nepal has welcomed the ratification of the US grant project Millennium Challenge Corporation Compact by the Parliament. A report. IPPAN said the ratification of the MCC Compact has added a new dimension in the development of Nepal's power sector. IPPAN's Vice President Ashish Garg said that at a press conference organized in the capital on Wednesday that the endorsement of the MCC Compact by Nepal's parliament has elated the independent power producers and promoters who have been facing problems particularly due to the lack of transmission lines. He added that the compact has also opened new door of opportunities for them. Garg viewed that the MCC Compact will support the country's journey towards economic prosperity. The press conference was organized to give information about the 3rd Himalayan Hydro Expo. The expo is being organized at Phikuti Mandap from April 1 to 3. The goal of the expo is to promote domestic consumption of electricity and electricity trade. The event is being organized by IPPAN and it will include 100 stalls related to hydroelectricity promoters, producers, equipment suppliers, turbine manufacturers, investors, banks, insurance companies, among others. The expo will also have stalls related to new technology and construction. It also aims to promote the international market for Nepal's hydroelectricity. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. News. A convoy of Russian military vehicles has moved less than 15 miles outside the cave over several days as Russian President Vladimir Putin plans to take over the Ukraine's government. A U.S. defense official said during a Wednesday briefing that Russia is currently using about 82% of its full-staged combat power in Ukraine. We believe that the convoy is stalled. It's a long convoy, the official said. The Ukrainians have been conducting a stiff resistance north of Kyiv. The US said they had some indications that Ukraine also tried to target this convoy. The officials added that there essentially has been no movement closer to the city than what was briefed a couple of days ago. Basically, they remain stalled outside the city center in Kyiv. A US official said on Tuesday that there are some moral problems in some parts of the Russian military as they face not just fuel and food problems but greater resistance than anticipated. Despite the slow movement of the convoy, however, officials have observed an increase in Russian artillery and missiles striking the city. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said he will be Putin's first target once the convoy enters Kyiv, but he has refused offers from US to evacuate, insisting instead on staying in the country's capital to help the residents fight off Russian forces. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Chelsea survived a scar against Championship side Luton Town to reach the FA Cup quarter-finals in a tie overshadowed by owner Roman Abramovich's decision to steal the Stamford Bridge. Cup quarter-finals in a tie overshadowed the owner Roman Abramovich's decision to sell the Stamford Bridge club. Abramovich made an announcement an hour before kick-off after growing speculation he would put Chelsea up for sale following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Chelsea's players were unaware of the developments before Abramovich made them public in his statement, and Reece Burke made their night more uncomfortable when he put the Hatters in front with the header following a corner after only 2 minutes. Luton lost goalkeeper Jed Steer to an ankle injury after only 14 minutes, and Chelsea were level before his replacement Harry Stead had been on the field that long with Saul Niguez steering home a cool finish. Harry Cornick raced clear to restore Luton's lead before half-time, but Chelsea turned up the pressure after the break to prevail despite an unconvincing performance. Timo Werner finished coolly after recollecting Ruben Loftus-Cheek's long pass in the 68th minute, then the cross for Romelu Lukaku to slide in and put Chelsea ahead for the first time 10 minutes later. Kusal has climbed to 31st position in the batting category from 39th position. England's Johnny Bairstow is ranked 37th and Pakistan's Farah Chaman is ranked 39th and New Zealand's Kane Williamson is 44th, all of them behind Furtel. India's wicketkeeper Rishabh Pant is ranked 60 as per the new ranking released by ICC. Dipendra Singh Aire is ranked 50 in the new rankings. In the bowling sections, keeper Lami Chane has leapfrogged from the 43rd position to the 36th spot. Nepal's fast bowler Avinash Bohra is ranked 82nd. He was ranked 86th before. The ranking of Nepali players have improved thanks to their good performance in the ICC T20 World Cup Global Qualifiers held in Oman 2 weeks ago. Nepal, however, missed a chance to play in the World Cup by a whisker after losing the semi-final against the UAE by 68 runs. Nepal are ranked 13th in the T20 ranking and 16th in the ODI rankings. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Government announces public holiday today. President extends best wishes on the occasion of Gyapolosar. Government extends gratitude for helping endorse MCC. Nepal commits to maintain friendly relations with all countries. Lawmakers blame government for failing to resolve House obstruction. Opposition party says government has not taken the matter. Convoy stalled outside Kyiv for days. Russian military plans government takeover. And Lukaku hits winner as Chelsea beat Luton Town in FA Cup. Owner Roman Abramovich announces decision to sell club. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.